Let's dive in and start creating our first HTML page. I'm visiting a folder directory in my local drive. I right-click and create a new text document here. We can name this document, but for the moment, I will keep the default naming as it is. I'm opening this document by double-clicking it. At this stage, it's okay to use Notepad as our text editor to define HTML code. As you have learned in the previous lecture, we should start with the doctype declaration. This declaration right here specified this document as an HTML5 document. Then we start with HTML tag followed by closing HTML tag. Between these HTML tags, we can specify what are the sections we need in this HTML page. For this demonstration, I will create two sections. The first section is the head section, followed by the closing tag. The other section is the body section, followed by closing tag. It is a good idea to indent this code using either spaces like this or using the tab key in your keyboard. For consistency reasons, I will be using the tab key instead of spaces. Within this head section, I'll create a title tag followed by closing title tag. And between this title opening and closing tags, we can specify our title. For this demonstration, I'll put web authoring as my title. Now let's visit the body section. Similarly, I will define a paragraph tag followed by the closing paragraph tag. Within the opening and closing paragraph tags, we can specify the text that we want in this paragraph. In this case, that would be HTML is easy. In order to open this document using a web browser, we need to save it as an HTML document. In order to do that, I will go to the File menu and click on Save As and specify your name. In this case, I name it as your title.html enclosed with double quotes. And also you can select all files here because this is not a text file we are saving, and click Save. Now you will see this new HTML file is being created, and if you click it, if you double click it, it opens in the web browser. Now here it says HTML is easy, and in the title we can see this web authoring text is visible. So that's how we create this HTML page. We can delete this file. Now we have created this HTML page. Let's see how we can add some elements into it. As a start, I will open this document using the Notepad program that we used before, and I'll be adding heading tags under this paragraph. In HTML, the headings are defined by H letter followed by a number. The largest heading is H1, and we shall put the heading text inside this heading opening and closing tags. For this one, I will put this line is using H1. Similarly, in the H2 tag, we will put a text H2. And finally, we will define H6. Now go to File and save it and open it using the browser. Now we can see there are 6 heading elements under this paragraph, and clearly heading 1 has the biggest font size, followed by heading 2, followed by heading 3, and finally heading 6. These heading tags are really important, not only for the aesthetic reasons, but also to identify the topics covered in a web page. Things like search engines use these heading tags to rank the web pages in their search engines. In a web page, we will be needing the text in different styles. Clearly, this heading tag enabled us to define the headings in different sizes. But in addition to that, we will be needing things like making text bold, making the text italic, making them underlined, or make them subscript or superscript. Now, let's open our HTML page and define texts such as bold, italic, underline, subscript, and finally superscript. If we save this file and open it in the browser and refresh it, you can see all the text are now visible under these heading tags. But how can we apply different styles into these texts? In order to do that, we can open this HTML file and put these words inside different tags responsible for creating or applying different styles into the texts. For an example, the B tag is responsible for making the text bold. Similar to H tag, this B tag also has an opening tag and a closing tag. Similarly, I is responsible for making the text italic, and the U tag is responsible for making the text underlined, and making the text as a subscript, and finally making them superscript. Let's save this file and open it and see. Now the bold text is now bold. I will zoom in for convenience. Now we can clearly see this text is bold. This text is italic. This text is underlined. Similarly, this text is a little bit lower than the regular text line. That is what we call the subscript. And finally, the superscript. If we open it up, you will see this text is a little bit higher than the regular text line. That's how we can further style our text inside our web page. Sometimes in the code, we need to insert some text which are not visible to the front end. For an example, sometimes we might need to describe what are we doing in this section of the page. For an example, I might need to put a comment here. I might say demonstrating the HTML styling tags. But if we save this one and open it in the browser, this text is now visible. In order to hide it from the front end, we should include comment marks like this. This is how we do the commenting in HTML. If we save it and open it in the browser, now it's not visible through the browser, but this comment is inside this file. Now, one of the key elements of a web page is paragraphs. In order to add paragraphs into our web page, we shall open our file containing the code related to our web page and insert the p tag, opening and closing p tags to insert a paragraph. Here, I specify this first paragraph as left aligned paragraph. Similarly, I will copy and paste this same paragraph 2 more times and rename this as the center aligned paragraph and the last one as the right aligned paragraph. I'm also inserting a comment here. Now, if we save the file here and open it and refresh, we can see all 3 paragraphs are left aligned. That is because unless specified, the default alignment of the paragraph is the left alignment. In order to make this paragraph center aligned, we have to specify the align attribute for this paragraph tag. Similarly, we can specify the right align attribute to the last paragraph, and to be specific, we shall also specify the left align attribute to the first paragraph as well. Now, if we save the file and refresh here, we can clearly see the paragraphs are now aligned. This paragraph is left aligned, this one center aligned, and the last one is right aligned. That is what we wanted. Congratulations! Now you know how to code a basic web page using header elements, styling elements, and paragraphs.